Watch what's approaching, the supreme moment. Reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So with the latest Dokkan Fest banners from Golden Week celebration, I was lucky enough to pull the both the Super Saiyan 2 units. So I definitely wanted to test out a Super Saiyan 2 category team and see how well they do overall. So this is pretty much my team setup based on the units I wanted to include. So I guess from a starting point, let's just talk about some of the units included on this team. So I'll start off with the leader, obviously, which is the transforming Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta that does transform into the Majin Vegeta state. This guy is the Super Saiyan 2 category key +3 HP attack and defense increase of 170%, but also the Resurrected Warriors category lead as well. Because this is strictly a Super Saiyan 2 team setup, you won't be seeing any units from the other category. This guy's super attack does raise defense for 1 turn along with causing immense damage, which is pretty good. In terms of the passive skill, attack and defense increase of 100%, and then plus an additional attack boost by up to 60% based on the HP remaining. The higher the HP, the greater the attack boost, and then additional defense boost by up to 60% based on the amount of HP remaining. So obviously the less amount, the greater the defensive boost that it'll get. Plus an additional attack and defense increase of 30% when performing a super attack with 3 or more key spheres obtained. And then of course the transformation will take place with the following criteria. Basically HP is 80% or more, and then starting from the 3rd turn from the start of battle. So not too bad in terms of the transformation requirement itself. Links are pretty straightforward stuff. I'm not really going to cover in detail, but let's go ahead and move on to the Majin Vegeta state. This guy, after the conversion, super attack greatly raises defense for 1 turn. Also does have a high chance of stunning the enemy, so definitely a little bit of a power player here. Could be advantageous in a variety of settings. Passive skill, again, it's improved upon, where attack and defense increase of 120%, and then attack and defense is 77% max increase depending on the HP status. I won't go into detail on that one. It's pretty similar to the pre-transform state anyhow in terms of like the requirements. However, the secondary passive is attacks effective against all types with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and then guard activated against all types with 6 or more key spheres obtained. So depending on what the rotation looks like, you definitely do want to collect as much key spheres as possible. Now the Goku unit is pretty similar in a way, just kind of inverted, compared to the Vegeta unit. This guy does have, both the ability to raise attack for 1 turn, pre-transformation, and then once he becomes Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, that changes into greatly raise attack for 1 turn. Also does have a high chance of stunning the enemy as well. Similar to Vegeta, attack and defense will increase at a flat rate, depending on 100% or 120% depending on the state of the unit. Also, max of 77% increased with defense or attack. Basically, it's inverted compared to the Vegeta unit. So the higher the HP, the greater the defense boost, and then the lesser the HP, the greater the attack boost this guy will end up getting. Also does get a chance of evading enemies' attack, including supers, by 33%, plus an additional attack and defense increase of 33% with 3 or more key spheres obtained, and then attacks effective against all types when obtaining 6 or more key spheres obtained as well. So pretty cool stuff. These guys are definitely pretty powerful and a lot of fun to run. Honestly, that's what it comes down to. This team is a lot of run. I have a really good time and a lot of fun running this team setup. Now, I want to cover 2 other units. One being the physical Super Saiyan 2 Goku, which did get an easy A not too long ago. I'm guessing a couple of you guys might be wondering why I included this unit. I personally love this version of the Super Saiyan 2 Goku out of the batch. This guy's pretty nice because defensively he's pretty good, along with providing support to the rest of the Super Saiyan 2 category allies. So if I break it in detail, with the super attack, he does raise his defense by 30% for 6 turns, and then for the passive skill, along with getting attack and defense increase of 70%. all allies get Ki +3 and defense increase of 30%. And also Super Saiyan 2 category allies get an attack increase of 30% as well. So very helpful unit on this type of team setup. The last one I wanted to cover was the Strength Easy A Majin Vegeta. Of course, this guy's pretty phenomenal with the Easy A. He was already good before even the Easy A, but after that he just became that much better. But you know, the super attack does greatly raise attack and defense for one turn. But also he's a good orb changer, changes the agility type to strength type, and then also, you know, the nuking passive where attack and defense will increase by 20% per key sphere obtained, and then he does get an extra boost when facing Goku's family category enemies. So it kind of works out. The reason why I included the Strength Majin Vegeta is because I wanted some orb changing functions where it might be a little bit easier to obtain the key for either Majin Vegeta, Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku, or even the OG LR Gohan. I did include LR Gohan because I did want to run a team with that guy included. Again, he is a pretty old unit, so defensively he can certainly be a liability compared to some of the other units. Like the agility, LR Gohan's obviously much better because that unit can stack up defense, and toward the latter part of the battle he's barely taking any damage. But the OG LR Gohan definitely, you know, offensively a very good unit, but definitely a defensive liability. So, you know, I just kind of wanted to see how it would do, including that guy on the team. So that's pretty much, you know, how I went about it. So for the most part, I did want to link up both the transforming Super Saiyan 2 units on the same rotation. I did have to break it apart a couple times, like here. Just to get things to work out a little bit better, but I did prefer to keep them on the same rotation. By the way, the comparisons, right? So my versions of the Super Saiyan 2 units, Goku and Vegeta, are with one dupe. However, the friend lead is 100% potential thanks to Nolar hooking me up with his rainbow unit. So you will see differences in performance between the Majin Vegeta units, and that's because one is just with one dupe unlocked and then the other being a rainbow unit. So that is some of the performance differences that you'll end up seeing between the two units. But at the end of the day, I think even with one dupe, I'm actually pleasantly surprised how well these guys can perform. Typically, you know, it is a preference to have at least two dupes, you know, to get full advantage of the potential system. However, it's not too bad. They're doing okay. So, you know, with that being said, I think yeah, it's certainly manageable than some of the other units with only one dupe unlocked. So yeah, pretty happy about it so far. I did get pretty fortunate in terms of pulling both with an extra copy off of the transforming Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks banner, and yeah, pretty happy about it. So of course I had to run it and see how they would do on an event like Infinite Dragon Ball History. Of course, this is the very last one based on the Future Saga, a little bit more difficult than some of the early ones, so I figured it would be a very good testing ground for that. You know, I really hate this part because I wasted a Dokkan mode on an enemy with barely any HP left over. So it does suck, but it does happen. So yeah, what can I say, right? I mean, that's, you know, that's RNG for you. I thought about giving it to the Majin Vegeta unit, but you know, in this case, we'll just go ahead and give it to Gohan and recover as much HP as possible. You know, depending on if a critical activates or not. But I think overall, my opinion on the team is it's definitely a very fluid team, a lot of fun to run. Everybody links up pretty well together. You don't really run into a whole lot of key issues. I think there's like one rotation in particular that I ran into that was causing some problems with me. I think it was the Tech Majin Vegeta and probably either of the LR Gohan units, I think. Yeah, they tended to cause me a problem with that rotation where only one of the group were able to get a super attack, and also got a little bit unfortunate with the orbs on the field. So I mean, those things do tend to happen, but it's not the end of the world. You know, you just have to make it through the rotation and survive, and that's pretty much the extent of it. I guess timing-wise too, it works out pretty well because I believe Global just announced, or there's information that was posted based on the data download that these guys are coming up as part of the Goku Day celebration. JP had it during the Christmas like double rates. I think it was definitely around Christmas with the double rates. I absolutely got destroyed on that banner. I don't remember how many stones. I mean, I think I probably went about 1,500 and didn't pull either of the units. So you know, it was a little bit of an unlucky period, but you know, glad to be able to pull them finally. So you know, good luck to anybody on the global side planning on summoning. I know you guys get third-eyed vision on some of the, you know, upcoming banners, so everybody's probably saving for the 5-year anniversary units coming up in July, and we do have a couple of months up until that point, so plenty of time to save. But you know, if you're whaling or you don't, you know, you simply just don't save like that, and you know, I guess, you know, good luck to you guys summoning. I personally didn't have that great of an experience, so hopefully you guys have pretty phenomenal luck with it. The problem I had, now that we're talking about it, I think the problem that I had with that banner was outside of the 2 units, a lot of the other featured units were some of the older units that got easy A's. So for value, it's not really that great, even though it is a double rates banner. But you know, I would definitely be mindful of that. If you know, stones are a very precious and luxurious item for you, I don't know if that's the best banner for you. But if you simply just don't care or really want these units, you know, by all means go for it, and good luck to those summoning. It is a fun team to run. You know, both units have very unique setups. Like again, the transforming Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta has the Super Saiyan 2 category along with Resurrected Warriors. The Goku unit has the Otherworld Warriors and Super Saiyan 3 category dual leads. So, you know, you could definitely build some interesting teams. It's probably one of the better combinations out of some of the new ones that came out, like the Transforming Gotenks. I don't know why they gave, you know, the signature pose with the youth category. You know, I kind of get it, but it's not really a category that I would want to run all the time, you know what I mean? But I could certainly see myself running this category quite a bit just to have fun, because, you know, simply put, it is a pretty fun team to run. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and wrap things up. As always, I do appreciate you watching the videos. Hopefully you enjoyed the content, and yeah, certainly look for the next one. I still have a lot of catching up to do with some of the content that I wanted to cover, so I do have a little bit of a backlog and trying to catch up, you know, managing the work schedule with some of the backlog of videos. But hopefully I can get to that point coming up pretty soon. But again, with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and I will catch you guys later.